whenever it wants to go. Hey,
Oh, it's
guys,
already
this
live.
is Real Men Talk Shit. How the fuck are you?
I hope it got me saying I believe in us.
This is the best goddamn podcast nobody has found yet. How the fuck are you, boys?
I disagree with that statement. A few people have found it.
A couple. A few people.
And also, I'm doing great. And I think that we've had a request in the last episode that we noticed, remember, in the comments about the chronology and the history of the podcast. And did you have a big announcement about that, Zach? I think that you told us you wanted to say.
Okay, so I was waiting until episode 69 to start numbering them because I wanted to be a smartass. Also, a lot of the other ones were more topical and more based off of exactly what the hell was being talked about. So like the guest and then topics, which made it so that way it wasn't kind of overlapped kind of stuff. But now that it's more categorized and stuff like that, it makes it easier to be numbered now. So we made it so that way the first 68 of them aren't numbered. They're exactly the way they were.
Ancient history.
Using the new title format.
Prehistoric RMTS. But we will be numbering beginning with this episode 69. And you know, just like all 69s, it's just the boys.
Yep. This is episode 2. Not episode 2. This is year 2, which is fucking insane. So literally the 2-year anniversary just happened. The 2-year anniversary of the episode that I did with my wife, which happened today, which was kind of cool.
First guest, my wife.
No, it wasn't the first guest. It was like, I was like, fuck it. You know what? You can come on because we just found out she was pregnant. Like I think it was like 6-7 weeks after I started the show.
Good.
It was kind of cool. Yeah.
With your hot loads.
Yeah.
He just earned the name Hot Loads Zach. He put it to the test. Myth, how are you, man? I kind of cut you off because I went in here with the 69 celebration of episode 69.
That was amazing. We needed that. No, I'm glad we're starting to number them, and what a great episode to do it with.
I agree, and it's just the boys.
Exactly.
So hopefully we're here to bedazzle everybody. And I rearranged my stuff for the people that are seeing it live. This is actually my debut of the new. All I really did is kind of move into the corner, but I got a cool streamer shelf with some stuff on it and a Amogus. See, everybody, I'm a real streamer. There's an Amogus. I have a real live Amogus right here.
Except you won't play anymore because of Cassidy.
Mostly because of Cassidy, but also in general because Amogus. But, you know, we got some cool little figurines. But also, yes, largely because of Marzi796 in the chat. And I got a Twitch pillow, and I got that before I got partner. And it's just a fucked up coincidence that I got partner right after that. And now it's even more relevant. So
you need to get like a Minecraft pickaxe or like a Steve or something.
Well, like I was telling you guys right before,
you should get a dragon head.
Ooh. I'm not sure I have a lot of room left in my panorama though, because like I said right here, I ordered a neon outline Hylian shield with a master sword over it, and that's going to be sick. We're going to take this sound dampening material and put it here. But I don't know. A dragon head would be cool. At least a pickaxe. Yeah. I need to at least get like a purple holographic netherite enchanted pickaxe.
I was actually talking to somebody about doing like Hylian shield fucking shelves. So that way, like the shield popped out like this, and then there was like a shelf up here. So that way you could set stuff on top of it.
I saw people yelling at you to organize the shelf.
Yeah. I've been looking at it, trying to figure out if I want to throw out my PS4 box and these 2 laptop boxes and my.
I hate throwing away boxes for stuff like that because I just want to have access to it.
Yeah, like what happens if I move? I would rather box the shit back up.
I'm gonna move within the next couple months, so
like I would rather just put it back in the box so that way I know the shit's guaranteed.
It fits perfectly.
Because if I bring it back to the store and it's in the box, then I can say your fucking piece of shit fucking box broke it.
And they're gonna say, "Where's the receipt for this Xbox 360? Where'd you get this again?" No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
This thing is clearly 17 years old. I'm not sure that I don't even think it was out 17 years ago. God, probably close.
The Xbox 360 was.
Oh,
well, not my first console. I had the PS2. No, I had the PS2 and then the Xbox 360.
Okay, well, PlayStation 2, but it was the era of the 360, I guess, huh? 360. Shortly thereafter.
Let's see.
We kind of like how my first console was a Super Nintendo, but by the time that I was really playing it, the Nintendo 64 had already come out. Is it like that?
Yeah.
So like that. 360 came out in 2005. So yes, over 15 years ago.
That is 17 years, isn't it? My God. Yep. I remember being at my friend's house trying Halo 3 right when it came out and had motion blur. And I was like, this is going to take some getting used to, man. I don't know about this shit and the new stuff in it. And I ended up putting, of course, thousands of hours.
Fuck off. Fuck that.
I didn't know it was optional back then. He just had it on. Yeah. I don't think we had it on ours, but it looked totally different than Halo 2, which I'd put a reasonable amount of time on multiplayer Halo 2, and then Halo 3 came out in the 360, and I was already a teenager as fuck. Like, I started playing guitar like the same year that it came out, or like shortly after the 360 came out. But, I mean, hey, I put a lot of hours into it, and I just got an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4, and they're new to me, and I'm happy about it.
You're catching up, brother. You're catching up. You got 6 more years until you're.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll play these for about 5-6 years. Hit you guys up. Y'all can mail me y'all's when it gets out of date. The new shit, giggity. You know, we'll keep the cycle going, and one day we'll just evolve into VR or whatever is going to be. That's probably going to be like Black Mirror, and you stick it right here and just like totally full brain immersion.
You just get transferred to another.
Yep, straight mental soul right into a digital world. It's going to be great. Buy property, right? Right, Myth. Buy property, digital property in the virtual world.
Exactly. Yeah.
I saw this stupid ass fucking video today. This dude got complained about, like a noise complaint, so he got the cops called in by his HOA. So he bought the dude's the HOA's house on the fucking metaverse. He's like, "Yeah, I make rent from your house now." I was like, that is the most corniest fucking thing in the world. Yeah. So he shows his screen, and it's like a 1/1,000,000th of a penny a day.
A 1/1,000,000th of a penny.
Yes. You would make faster money making.
I mean,
sheep.
If you get lucky and pick the one that actually blows up, I mean, you're gonna make a lot.
It's the usual gamble with internet shit.
That's a big chance. That's the
usual roulette.
Yeah.
Roulette, whatever the fuck roulette. Yes, it's the typical. Some people are gonna do it and some won't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to look back just like Bitcoin, just like Josh with Bitcoin going, I would not have been rich, but I would have been a little bit more rich. I would have got like an ounce of weed with 7 Bitcoin and been like, damn, I turned a fat profit. This is nuts. And then I probably would have died. No, I'm just kidding. When they hit,
I watched an interview with that dude that bought the fucking pizza.
The Bitcoin pizza, 10,000 Bitcoin or whatever.
Yeah. He was a fucking weird dude for what I expected.
I mean, he was on to Bitcoin back in 2000. What the fuck? I mean, yeah, he probably was a weird dude.
He legitimately called up the pizza place. He's like, "Yeah, I want to buy 2 pizzas. Is there anybody in the store real quick?" What? So the cashier handed somebody the phone, and he's like, "Yeah, so I only have Bitcoin." So the dude bought him 2 pizzas on his credit card for 2,200 Bitcoin.
2,200. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Which was like $10, right? Or $20. It was like $20 or something.
It was like $20.
I remember the dude, I think, saying that he just wanted to be the first person to ever buy a pizza with cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But the thing that was the main purpose. Like, people fuck with him all the time about that. But if there wasn't people who did shit like that, it wouldn't have become what it is today.
Exactly. So. That's very true.
So the question is, would you rather be the trailblazer in something, or would you rather just be the person sitting there waiting and hoping it happens?
I mean, obviously, you'd rather be a fucking Bitcoin billionaire.
Of course, if I had the option. So do you want to get rich or do you want to wait, is what Zach said. I think I would get rich if I had the choice.
No, if you want to be a trailblazer and create something from the start and like try and push it along, you might not be the person that gets rich off of it, but your name might actually be able to like be synonymous with it, and you might be a legend. Get more notoriety because of it.
More than a myth, a legend. Can we just take a triple drink break?
I think we all did.
That was awesome.
Well, we got the myth down there. We have the man right here, and we have the legend of the RuneScape felon.
You said it backwards. I'm the man.
No, I have the beard,
and he's the myth. Exactly. That's why you're the legend. It's a legendary beard. You can't be a legend without a beard. Everybody knows this. Look at Babe Ruth. He had a huge,
the biggest beard in the world.
I don't think I ever saw Babe Ruth with a beard.
That's
you guys aren't real Babe Ruth fans, busted. I think that the only thing he ever came out of his pores was like whiskey or scotch or whatever he drank
and
before he played baseball.
Water.
Because those dudes were thugging back then, the pro baseball players. They woke up and started drinking and like smoked a cigar for breakfast and then went out there and ate a can of corned beef and played the greatest baseball that's ever been played in the history of the world.
So literally, whatchamacallit? It's kind of funny that you bring up Babe Ruth. So my grandparents have always been in the area I'm in, which is like southern upstate New York.
Right.
My grandpa had a glove, a ball, and a bat, all signed by Babe Ruth.
Damn.
They were stolen by his brother and sold for meth.
Damn. Same response that I had to the first part. Damn.
I don't know. It was either meth or alcohol. But
do they know how much he got for it?
A gram.
It was like in the 60s, so probably not even worth it. But
that dude took it to a museum and like they used like their acquisition fund on that fucking glove or whatever. Like just the glove, and he's rich now.
Yeah.
The Sandlot is taking a dirty turn. What happened when the Sandlot kids grew up? Well, they got strung out and they took that ball. And the boys took it down there to the fucking meth house. They took it to the trailer park, swapped it.
I think that's
a very sad ending to the
Sandlot.
No, wait, they actually said that in the Sandlot. You remember at the end, they were like, the one kid, he got really into the 60s and nobody ever saw him again. You remember in the Sandlot at the end? That's what happened. He got really into the 60s. 30 years later, got strung out on drugs and ended up fucking selling all his Babe Ruth merch for meth. We figured it out. Sandlot Part 4, still a lot.
No, there is a
Sandlot Part 4. The Sandlot is a trailer lot.
I live at home in a trailer.
Cheddar Bob, B Rabbit. Cheddar Bob wasn't there. He was with Future when he was rapping that.
So I got this link and I was kind of surprised by it. So Eminem is being voted on to join the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. Myth, I know you can't open up a link because your chat and screens and all that shit. But Josh, if you want to look at that shit. So who do you guys think is outbeating Eminem right now via votes?
He lost his number one spot in votes for induction this year.
Is it Kanye?
Is it
Give
Kanye?
it a second.
No, it's probably some mumble rapper, right?
We'll let the chat catch up.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you have to, I think your debut album has to be out for 25 years.
Okay.
So how long has it been from, how long ago is 25? 1997? TLC or Destiny's Child. Those are my guesses. Something like that.
Before your time.
Britney Spears, actually. No, NSYNC. 1997 has been 25 years.
Oh, God.
Yeah, 97. Yeah. It's going to be some shit 90s pop band. Yeah, is what I'm guessing. Pop act or maybe an R&B pop act, like TLC or something.
I don't know very many
Destiny's Child, Beyonce's group.
All right.
Yeah.
Nickelback.
I don't think they debuted in 97.
Yeah.
I don't think. I could be wrong. I'm not a huge fan of those.
Honestly, just being a sarcastic smartass, I would accept Nickelback going in above Eminem. They are actually a rock and roll band. Kind of. So
who's actually outvoted?
So a one-hit wonder has outbid Eminem.
What?
It is Duran Duran.
They're a band.
Their one-hit wonder?
Duran. I don't even know. I just know that they're a one-hit wonder.
But for what it's worth, man, there's a lot of hip-hop acts in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Eminem's far from the first. This isn't something new.
So they sing Hungry Like the Wolf.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm hungry like the wolf.
I've never heard that.
Guitar Hero 2 or 3. I want to say 2. I don't think it was on 3. Yeah, I thought so. Guitar Hero 2. That's probably why they've got so many votes. Because that game revived a lot of bands.
It's crazy, though. Like, just thinking about it. A one-hit wonder has one more vote than Eminem, who just played the halftime show at the Super Bowl.
Goes to show you the power of, the voting group or whatever. There's a lot of artists that are like really, really against the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and who hasn't been inducted. Last update, I could be wrong on this, but there was a lot of controversy over several artists that had not been inducted. And I think that some of them have been now. I think Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble are in now. Pantera, I know at one point was not. Hopefully they are now. I don't know a ton of Pantera, but I'm aware of their influence and their impact and how huge they were. And for them to not get in would be absurd.
This is a fan vote. So if you want Eminem to stay at number 1 position, choose your ballot at voterockhall.com.
Zach's petitioning for the Eminem vote.
Yeah, no, Eminem deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
There's a lot of hip hop artists that are already in there. So I mean,
yeah, Run DMC's in there.
Yeah, I mean, as far as impact and influence on music go, is what I think they overall go for. Which again, if Pantera's still not in there, which hopefully they are, is Pantera in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Oh yeah, it's apparently Dimebag Darrell is, so I'm gonna assume that Pantera.
Yeah.
Is. Yeah. Wait. Huh? Pantera's projected in 2028?
In 2028?
But it says Dimebag Darrell was inducted into the Rock Walk Hall of Fame. Never mind. So I thought they would be eligible.
Well, Dolly Parton's getting in this year, so.
Dolly Parton.
Pantera has to be eligible. I'm pretty sure they had, wasn't fucking, I think their first album was before 91 even. They got to be eligible. I'm pretty sure Nirvana made it first year as well. I'm pretty sure Pantera is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think Stevie Ray Vaughan is now. There? If not, they should be, again, for the impact and influence. There's artists that I don't like or listen to really that I think belong in there, if they're going to do some shit like that,
Like
stuff I'm not even necessarily a fan of. Like, for example, I don't like Nickelback. I couldn't give a shit less about Chad Kroeger, but when they're eligible, there's no doubt that they've had a major impact on music, man. Their influence is important,
Exactly.
It's not for me, but I have to acknowledge it. So, when they're eligible, I can see them, yeah.
Like, that's the shit that doesn't make sense. So, like, is it a music Hall of Fame now? Or is it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Because if it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't understand why Eminem's being voted in. I don't understand why other rap groups are being voted in.
I think their stance is it's like rock and roll is an attitude or something like that. It's more like...
That sounds absolutely retarded.
Well, the thing about it is like, how far does this stretch? Is it going to end up being Ariana Grande's in there in fucking 2040? You know what I'm saying? Like, where do we draw the line?
Who was that?
How poppy can you be and get in? Because we all know, like, I popped Eminem albums on repeat for years whenever I was a younger kid, man. But we all know that after like 2008, he was pretty much just kind of a pop dude. He'd jump on a Rihanna tune or a Bruno Mars every now and then and come in with his octave voice thing, and you hear it and you go, shit, that's Eminem, and it sells 1 trillion records. But
who were you wondering if they were going to be in 2040?
I said like Ariana Grande, for example.
I could have swore you said that name extremely fucked up, and I was all confused.
Ariana Grande.
No, I could have swore you fucked that one up. See, look, there's Ariana even LOLs in the chat. You fucked it up at some point.
Did I?
Yeah.
Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande? I don't know what the hell I said.
I have no idea what the hell you said.
Where do you draw the line for pop acts, though? You know what I'm saying? This isn't really that much of an issue yet, I feel like. I don't know. Is Wham in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Are they considered to be in the Rock and Roll? That wasn't really rock, was it? That was pop.
Like, what do you do for the groups of the 90s? Does NSYNC and Backstreet Boys get in?
That's what I'm screaming. That's who I figured it was going to be. Was something like them or fucking Britney Spears or something. Where's the line? I agree. It's definitely not rock and roll specific. Hasn't been for a while.
Yeah, it genuinely doesn't make any sense. Like, rock and roll's an attitude, sure.
But whatever.
Do they have a guideline?
That's a weak excuse that rock and roll is an attitude. Yeah, that's a good point. What's the criteria? I think the only criteria that I know of is 20 or 25 years since debut album. I think. And I'm pretty sure Nirvana counted for Bleach, not for Nevermind, which is an album with like a few good songs on it. I'm a Nirvana freak, and I think the Bleach is like but it counts, I think, as a debut album.
Okay, so to be eligible for induction, artists have to have released their first record 25 years or earlier and have created music whose originality, impact, and influence has changed the course of rock and roll.
Huh.
Okay. I guess.
So I genuinely don't understand. I may be retarded. But why? Why are people that are getting nominated like Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, LL Cool J, Like what?
I don't know, man. I saw something amazing though, by the way. Speaking of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So I was locked up when Nirvana got inducted, right? When I was locked up, I had a subscription to magazines like Rolling Stone, and I had Guitar World and stuff, just stuff to read that my aunt or my mom would get me, right? And I read about Nirvana being inducted. I knew that they played with like people that probably shouldn't fucking play with Nirvana. Like Lord played. Joan Jett sang or did a really good job singing Smells Like Teen Spirit, but they play with like Lord and shit. But anyways, so I was just watching that. In the magazines, it was all just a normal affair. You know, they were like Chris was there and Courtney Love was there and Kurt's mom and all this, you know, and everything was cool and they chatted. And then they played and they rocked. Well, when you watch the video, Courtney Love got booed, bro. She called them the wrong name. She pointed at Dave and called him Chris and was a hot ass mess up in that bitch, bro. Up there just looking ratchet and stuttering and calling people the wrong names and pointing and just like everybody's like, and I was like, I didn't know. They didn't mention that in any of the magazines. I didn't know that there was some hot controversy.
Oh, wow.
And she just like, when everybody was booing her, she just ended up giving up and like giving Dave Grohl a hug. And he was like, they're there, Courtney. They're there. You're still the same, Courtney. They still hate you, and you still think everyone loves you. It's okay, Courtney.
Well, her last name's Love. What do you expect?
I guess that's the thing. She just assumes that they have to love her, but it was hilarious, I have to say. They booed the shit out of her. Kurt's mom came up there and was all, I miss him. And she was always kind of known as a little bit of an attention getter herself. And I was kind of like, the last thing that we would need right now is for like fucking Courtney Love to walk up there or something and start talking. And then Courtney Love fucking walked up there and started talking. And it was a disaster. And it was the best thing I think I've ever seen in my life. They were booing the shit out of her and she was trying to get her thoughts together. And it was very funny, I have to say.
There's a lot of those 70s and 80s and 90s bands that are starting to get new acts as their singers. And some of them are really, really, really fucking good.
Didn't Sublime do something to this effect?
I don't know about Sublime, but I saw Journey in 2009.
I heard a story about that, about their singer that they apparently found on the internet.
They found him on MySpace.
It was MySpace. I heard YouTube, but damn, I heard they found a guy that sang for a Journey cover band, and apparently English wasn't even his first fucking language. Is that true?
So he's like Korean.
Huh. I thought it was Filipino for some reason. Korean, that's even crazier.
Yeah, something like that. It could be Korean.
I thought they just yanked this dude out of the Philippines. Like they messaged him on MySpace and they're like, yo, want to sing for Journey?
Here, I'll show everybody what he looks like.
He's like, I'm kind of busy on Thursday.
I've never heard of this that story. And it is pretty insane.
He sticks out like a sore thumb.
One of these things is something different. One of these things is not the same.
He is such a good fucking singer. It's fucking ridiculous.
He sounds just like the dude, bro. He's amazing. Crazy. He's got incredible voice. What's his name? Steve Perry? Is that his name that sings for Journey?
Sang for original. Journey? Yeah, I think that's the original singer.
What a fucking beast, bro.
That dude is fucking sick.
Neil Sean over there looking like he did way too much cocaine in a limo on the way to that photo shoot. His hair looks like he did coke.
His hair
looks like he's on coke. I think he's Filipino as well. But if I'm not mistaken, that dude is incredible though. Yeah, did he crush it when you saw him live?
Holy shit, it was one of the most entertaining concerts the entire fucking, and I went to like 4 fucking concerts that year.
That's crazy.
Oh, I wanted to show you guys this real quick, by the way.
But like he blew everybody out of the fucking water.
It's a new Twitch emoji.
Oh, nice.
Get it? Anybody get it?
It's a domino.
I heard you get it. He said, oh.
Yep,
it takes a second. It's a domino heart. Hey. Hey. Come on, don't pretend you don't love it. I think as a partner, I can name my stuff cool shit now. So I think it takes a second to kind of get it when you look at it. And then you're like, ooh. So I got a few more on the way.
And I was like, I really hope that there's no inappropriate pictures in this photo.
Don't worry. It's all good.
And then I was like, there isn't. And then I made you full screen and I double checked it to make sure.
You did right. You were right to trust it because there was nothing bad there. I did also find some art that somebody did and I can't remember who did it. So if you did this, let me know. I got to get my lava lamp set back up. It's not going in focus, but yeah, that's sick, isn't it? There we go.
There it goes.
Oh yeah, you don't have the lava lamp right now.
No, we're going to refill the Jellyfish lava lamp though. I think tonight because now that we've redone all this, I figured we might as well.
What is it, like oil and wax?
I think so. I think it's this lava lamp is just water and like a thing that churns the water and flies these fake jellyfish around. The one that we originally had, it melts the wax. I know it's wax inside of it. I don't know if it's supposed to be water or oil or what. Yeah, I would assume it's oil of some sort, but it just like gets the wax hot enough to become dense enough to float and sink. If it was
water, then it would semi-boil. Well, it would have a higher temperature.
True. So it'll hold the heat better since it's oil. Higher boiling point. So less evaporation as well, I would assume.
Probably holds the colors too. So that way it doesn't separate.
I need to get some more because I used to say that I was going to have one for every 10,000 subs I had back when I had like 22K.
Yeah.
Not sure I can fit 5 lava lamps back here, let alone 10 in the future if we can get the goal by the end of the year. I got to get back on the YouTube grind. But
see if you can find one that's like floor to ceiling and just like a tube.
Yeah.
For like the corner of your room.
Okay.
That'd be cool as fuck.
Sorry, I can't see beyond the light. My wife walked in for a second.
It's all good.
Also, I'm wondering if I need to put something over top of the piano right here, but I'm overall very happy with it. This?
Well, I think it's fine. Did we want to go since I know we were going to talk about this a while ago, but I don't think we ever got to it. Did we want to go over the autism tests?
Josh,
I never filled mine. I forgot all about that.
Damn.
We'll have to do that another time then.
I forgot all about that. You're gonna
just sit here and tease everybody. Had to
Sit
give away
here and
your
clown
millions
out.
of dollars in RuneScape instead of taking an autism test. Oh.
Cloudy's
bro, don't make fun of me for RuneScape right now. My feelings are hurt, bro. I'm triggered.
Cloudy's very proud of his autism score. He got 69. That's
a pretty good score if you have to make a score. You know what I'm saying? That's like a good first episode.
He even made it his Discord profile.
A 69 on the autism score. Yeah. Man's greatest achievement. He's a legend.
I don't even remember what mine was.
You didn't screenshot it and save it?
I did screenshot it, but then I would have to go through photos. Let's see.
And I'm I saw Nick ask. I'm at my dad's today. I'm dog sitting for him for the weekend. So for the week.
Yes, Cassidy.
I'm gonna have to take it again. Fuck.
Why?
Because I didn't say I probably.
Because your brain matured.
Yeah, my brain matured. I'm fucking retarded.
Unless
it's in my deleted.
Press
X.
It's
in my deleted. It's in my deleted. We're good.
Hey, what a legend.
So, Josh, me and Marzi were wondering if we could get you on some Hypixel during the 24-hour stream.
I might give it a shot. You just have to join the server, right? You don't have to download a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. All you do is join the server.
I might give it a shot.
It's very easy.
Hypixel, is that the same thing as the bed sky thing?
Yeah.
Skyblock War Bed?
Yeah, Bed Wars and Skyblock, yeah.
Is that the same thing, Bed Wars and Skyblock?
Yeah, they're all on that server. And there's like TNT Run. There's a bunch of different game modes. Super fun.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'm going to get wrecked, but I'll give it a shot.
Hey, we can play like trios, so it could be all of us on one team. Me and Marzi's been practicing a bit.
Until Myth kills you and completely turns on you.
He's definitely going to betray me. 100%.
You can't even hit your own team. Otherwise, I might, just for the meme, but...
Push him off the world, just so he falls.
He's going to like block me. He's going to put a block where I'm trying to jump. Turn around and just stick one there and I'll just flop off into space. I've seen clips. I have a vague idea of how it works, kind of, but not really.
Josh, do a 360. I missed.
Yeah, did you see during the stream when we were doing the obstacle course, jumping off of that thing, and Aaron replaced the water with a sapphire block?
That was so funny.
Notice.
It took you so many deaths to realize.
6 times in a row, and I keep dying. What the hell? And then I was like, oh my God, it's a sapphire block.
It took you so many deaths to realize that it was a lapis block.
Yep, about 5 or 6 times. About 5 or 6 times making it through and being like, that's crazy. I guess I died hitting the edge of the thing. That was fun, though. It was fun just jumping down through that. My death count on the fucking SMP is outrageous now.
Mine's almost there, honestly, because we have something in store for you, and I've been testing it. So yours is going to get higher as well.
That sounds like I'm going to die a lot. Yeah, that's what I took that as. Yes. Oh well, I'm ready for it.
We got to play some Tony Hawk, Josh.
I can beat the original one in less than an hour.
Wait, what Tony Hawk are you guys going to play?
The remaster.
Underground?
I have one that came out like a year ago. I streamed it when it came out.
See, they got rid of graffiti mode on the new ones, and that's the best part of the Tony Hawk.
Graffiti was fun, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I hate that they got rid of
amazing.
That's weird, dude. Graffiti mode was sick. That was such an interesting, creative game mode.
The best fucking game.
I liked Underground 2. I didn't have Underground 1, but Underground 2 was one of my favorite games like ever at the time.
Both of them were really good.
They just added too many things to it. Why the fuck do I want to ride around in a wheelchair?
Because it was funny. You could be Shrek. Yeah. You could be Shrek in a lot of them, though. Also, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on the GameCube, I put a lot of hours into.
Yeah, I played 1, 3, Underground, and put a shit ton of hours into all 3 of them.
Then EA Skate came out, and I was like just hooked on that. It's still
one
of my
EA Skate's games. Really good too. I have that on the 360.
Such a fun game, man. I had an emulator, but I accidentally tried to update it, and then I had it weird, like set up, fucked up to where I could make it run just Skate 3. That's all I needed. And then I accidentally clicked update, and I don't know what to do to get it fixed again. So I have to like get my little brother in a call with me again to set it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if Tony Hawk Underground, Tony Hawk Pro Skater has crossplay.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Thinking about getting a Switch soon.
You need a Switch. There is no crossplay. That's fucking retarded.
In 2022, no crossplay.
So you got to get it on PS4.
Hey, did you used to do prank calls on the show, you said?
I said we should start doing them on the show. I did a few prank phone calls.
How would we go about that, though? Like using the microphones here? Like, how could one of us do a voice?
So I have a Rodecaster Pro at home, so I can connect my phone to my preamp, basically, and make a call through that, and it could be heard through our call.
Sick.
Yeah. So when I get home, we can set that up.
Or we can just straight up call.
Yeah. I wonder how good you'd be able to hear. Like if I was just holding it right here.
It works pretty good.
What were you doing? Cold calling random numbers?
Yeah. And trying to come up with something off.
It was usually like pet stores or like Walmarts.
Yeah, pet stores, Walmarts, car dealerships. I called the car dealership, originally wanted to act like I was gay. So I acted like I was gay and I murdered somebody and I was going to fit them in the trunk. And then the girl started hitting on me. So I flipped to being straight, tried to get her on a date, and then said that I was going to sell the dead body's car to them. So,
oh, wow. Have you ever heard of Friday Night Cranks? Jared, the dude that used to do Friday Night Cranks? I was a big fan of that dude's. And he pulled off some of the greatest of all time that I've ever seen as far as prank calls. He did one. The best ones are where he would get people to like set up their family. He did one time where he called a house and asked for their 7-year-old son. And the dad answered the phone. He was like, why do you want to talk to him? Who is this? And he's like, oh, I'm just his friend from Xbox. And he's like, what the hell? Like, it was the creepiest. Like, the dude just straight up thought he was a pervert. And it ended up that the daughter had set him up. And the guy was trying to, like, get him to come to his house so he could kill him. And I was just very inspired, man. And I think we could do some great work here. I think we could come up with some good ideas because I'm inspired by Jared. That one time he tried to prank call somebody and the woman thought that it was her son. And so he said, I got high and lost my clothes. And the woman was like, what are you doing to me, son? And
so
he was like, I'm going to hell.
Cowboy, who's one of our Patreons. He's one of our friends too. He was on the stream and we call the pet store. He's like, so I need some guinea pigs. And they sat there, had a full-on conversation. And he's like, well, is your guinea pig an explorer guinea pig? And the guy was like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, I need it to go down through a tube into a very, very dark space, get a friend guinea pig out, and then come back out of the tube. And then the dude's getting ready to hang up. He's like, yes, sir. The guinea pig is in my ass. I need somebody.
Knew where that was going.
We asked them if they had headlamps for the guinea pigs.
Yeah. You guys make guinea pig headlamps so they don't get lost?
Yeah. I called a Walmart and had this Chinese, what was it? A pharmacist, I think. I was like, sir, so I really, really, really want to get the COVID vaccine. He's like, well, I can set you up with a time right now. Said, but I'm really, really scared. And he's like, why? I can help with this. I said, well, it's the 5G, sir. I want to make sure that I'm able to get the 5G in my arm so that way my phone works better. My phone needs the 5G so that way I can send and receive all of the OnlyFans nudes that I'm trying to post right now.
And he was like, it's got 5G.
He's like, I don't know what 5G means, sir.
Oh, is that what he said? Wait, what did he say? I'm sorry. One more time.
I don't know what 5G means, sir.
Oh, okay, good. I was just checking. Just making sure I knew what he said.
Yeah.
I think we can come up with some creative shit.
Oh, yeah.
We might have to do the podcast a little earlier. I used to be so good.
We
at
can always call
man.
different time zones, though. That's
That's true.
I had him on the phone for 25 minutes.
Damn.
I think he was getting emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
But
25 minutes. I mean, he's on the clock, bro.
It was quite a bit. I was there.
And then I asked him, I was like, so if I got my kids the vaccine, does that mean they get 4G since they can't have as good of a dose as the adults can? Mm-hmm. That way when I get them phones?
It's only 4G, right? But it's free, right?
The classic one that PK used to do is that you always try to get the new Call of Duty early from GameStop employees.
Like, come on.
And you just see how much they will reject. GameStop employees love their job for no reason. It's like you can offer them $2,000 to give you a CD early and they won't.
Damn.
They're like propagandized or something, and their life's
I'd be like, fuck that, what up? No, hell no, dude. They'd probably trace it back to you so easily. They'd figure it out. I don't know how, but they'd figure that shit out, and you'd be out of a job and like the shame of the gaming world. I remember right before it might not have been too close to when I got arrested, but yeah, just go reapply at Best Buy. So some game got big leaked on 4chan not too long, I feel like, before I got arrested. Something Dragon 2 or something, Dragon Age 2 maybe. It was a huge leak. And I think that started with somebody that worked at the company sneaking out a CD and intentionally fucking leaking it themselves, one of their developers or something.
Wow.
I told them, and I had Vanguard already downloaded. It was pre-downloaded on my system. It literally was going live that night. I was like, man, all I want you to do is take your nice little handy box cutter, slide it through the little bit of tape on the side, grab the disc. I don't need the fucking case. Keep the fucking case for your numbers. Throw out the case. Do whatever the fuck you want with it when you're done. Hand me the disc and I will pay you $100. And he's like, no, sir, I can't do that. I was like, you don't have handy tape sitting around? That's all you fucking need. Just fucking retape up the box, retape up the container. Everything's fine.
They are some very loyal employees.
That's not sketchy at all. Yeah, I just feel like I personally wouldn't be. I actually almost got hired at a GameStop whenever I was at the halfway house the first time because of the Silent Core interview. And the managers at that GameStop in Tupelo, Mississippi had seen the video that I did with Silent Core. And the manager turned me down. But when I went back a few days later, she made a point to walk outside and sat down with me at like the food court out there and was like, listen, somebody more qualified than you came along, but holy shit, your story's crazy, dude. And like, if this person wasn't more qualified, I 100% was going to give it to you, but this person has a degree. And like, for my job, I got to hire this person. Like, it'd be dumb of me to hire you. I understand, and I was like, I get it. It's cool. They're like, this person's like overqualified and I have no choice but to hire him basically, but your story's nuts. Rock on, bro. Good luck on YouTube. And maybe you can get a job somewhere else in the mall. And that GameStop closed the fuck down very shortly thereafter. So whatever.
It's okay. They're all going to be closed within like the next 2 years.
I don't. How is GameStop still open? Who goes to GameStop anymore?
They started
because of memes.
They started a crypto and they started an NFT project.
That's what they invested their stonks in whenever their shit skyrocketed. Yes. Quick, sell off some stock.
So what you're saying is that now they're just using their storefronts to wash their rug pulling money.
Yes. And launder it into their stocks. Liquidity. We talked about this, right? You taught me about this, man.
Yeah.
They're just trying to build capital. Don't worry.
So yes, they literally started an NFT project.
It's I guess that they were hoping the memes would support them. They just thought that like Wall Street Bets subreddit was going to be so wild that like anything that says GameStop, they're just going to snatch it up. So they're like, let's just make an NFT and get rich quick. Look, it's a GameStop NFT. And everybody's like, no. We're not doing like that. And they were like, but we thought you guys love GameStop. No, we like stonks is what we like.
Yeah.
GameStop offers the example of digital real estate, weapons, and character skins.
GameStop really just got lucky that the ultra rich were fucking with their stock,
and somebody noticed.
In the audience on Reddit noticed.
And they noticed what the hell was going on and fucked it up. Yep.
They're 100% lucky that Best Buy still wasn't a thing and Blockbuster still wasn't a thing, because they would have been chosen first.
Yeah,
because nobody wants $7.50 for their $80 game.
Myth, I'm guessing you never checked anything out. You never rented anything from Blockbuster, did you?
Blockbuster
no, we had a family video in my hometown.
Family video is nice. It's a start.
Yeah,
that's something that's lost. I heard an old urban legend.
Though.
Heard an old urban legend that the guy that started Netflix went to return a DVD to Blockbuster and he like slid it in there and they went to charge him like $28 for the late fee, and he was like, "Fuck that! The did not return fee is like $11. You charged me more for bringing it back than the do not return fee." And they were like, "Sir, we have to have the money." And he was like, "No, just charge it as missing. Say that I stole it." And he was like, "You've already returned it, sir." And they charged his card for like $20-something, right? And apparently he said, "You know what? I'm going to start an online," because you remember Netflix at first was like they'd send you the DVD in the mail. And he said, "I'm going to, you know what? I'm not even going to do a store. I'm going to make a huge, every DVD known to man, and you can watch it anytime you want for like $5 a month. I'll mail you any DVD you fucking want. No rental fees. If you lose it, it's $5. Like, that's it, hands down." And then, of course, he capitalized on the streaming industry when that came along and literally put Blockbuster out of business because that dude didn't give him a discount that day. If that dude would have gave him a discount.
You're missing one part. You're missing one part. So back when Netflix started, when they were open, I think like 1 or 2 years, they went to Blockbuster to purchase Netflix. They were in a full-on meeting with Blockbuster to purchase Netflix and its streaming service that was going to be started and the movie rentals. And Blockbuster said, "No, we are the leading venture in this program."
Famous last words, baby. Survival of the fittest, adapt or die. Rest in peace, Blockbuster. I knew you well, buddy. Should have bought Netflix for like probably only like 150 million, 200 million, something like that. And instead they went bankrupt. Yep. Netflix is worth billions. Netflix's original content is literally some of the greatest shit I've ever seen in my life committed to film. Like hands down,
House of Cards.
Hands down, period. Their originals are 100% just insanos. I mean, for some reason, fucking Santa Clarita
got me on Ozark right now. Have you been watching Ozark, Josh?
No, but I've been told a lot about Ozark.
It's really good.
I got to try and convince my wife to watch it. My wife is very skeptical about watching pretty much anything. But I got to try and talk her into Ozark. I would probably like Gotham. Karis doesn't like Batman, so
it's not necessarily about Batman.
It's more about Gotham.
So
the Penguin.
They essentially started the world so that way they could expand it at some point when they age up. So they start off when Bruce Wayne's a kid.
Right.
So obviously you know who Bruce Wayne is. And then you see the person kill his parents, literally first credit rolls.
As usual.
That's exactly how the show starts. It's more based on what's his face, Gordon, and the heels and all that stuff of what's Gotham going to be instead of Bruce Wayne and Batman. And how all of their powers come to be and all that shit. It's super, super fucking graphic. It's super fucking gory. It's fucking wonderful. And it was on Fox.
I might have to check that out. Yeah. We're watching Perfume right now. I haven't seen it since like 2012 or 2011. Y'all ever heard of that?
No.
Perfume, Story of a Murderer. It's a dude that's got a fucking crazy sense of smell, like 1 trillion times a dog. And his favorite smell, every human has an individual smell, and female virgins have the best smell to him. And he goes about the process of trying to learn how to extract the smell of humans from them and preserve it forever in perfume. So it's called Perfume, Story of a Murderer for a reason. And it's fucking nuts. And it's based off a book, actually. And I didn't know this until I was locked up. When I was locked up, I'd get bored and my mom would send me on the email system in the Fed. She'd just copy paste me Wikipedias, right? And she sent me one about Nirvana. And Scentless Apprentice by Nirvana is about the book version of that movie that I watched 10 times before I got locked up. But I was like, wow, that's crazy. Now I get the lyrics. Like most babies smell like butter, his smell smelled like no other because he didn't have a smell. And very good movie. We only made it halfway through because the baby was wigging the hell out. And
so I got a dumb question.
No question is a dumb question.
When you receive an email from somebody in prison, shut the fuck up. If somebody sent you pictures, do they actually show up?
No pictures on the Fed email. You have to use a closed email system called Core Links. No attachments.
No attachments at all?
None. Gotcha. Text only.
Oh, wow.
Can't even copy paste. Straight type. Press send. That's it. And then it's staggered. When you press send or the inmate press send, it hits like a wall where everybody's email sits on both sides in Core Links. And then like every 45 minutes, it lets them pass. It staggers them. So it's really accurate. Like you're literally, you're limited in how many emails you can send a day because of that, because it doesn't even go out for at least 45 minutes, even though it could be instantaneous.
Now, do you have to be on the fucking computer wall thing, or are
you have to be at the Fed
on your tablet?
No, we didn't have any tablets in the Feds. You had to be at the FBI, like at the prison's computers they have at the front. You access with your thumbprint. You put a thumbprint on the little scanner, and it logs you into your inmate profile. You type in your code, and voila.
Gotcha. See, that would drive me absolutely up a wall.
And then you can access email for 5 cents a minute. It's 5 cents a minute for the email. And you can access the MP3 player system to buy and check out songs for $1.55 each.
That is crazy.
It's crazy.
And then
it's a lot of fucking money.
And then you get, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, I promise.
You could probably buy the MP3 version of that in there.
Well, that was a joke, because when me and you downloaded music from LimeWire, it was a 50-50 shot if that's what you got.
Was a virus?
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
A Bill Clinton clip? I'm so confused. Why?
You never got that? So when you downloaded music from LimeWire, it was like a 50-50 shot if you actually got the song, or you got a clip of Bill Clinton saying he didn't have sexual relations with that woman, or some other random virus. Yes. It was absolutely horrible. You could literally search a song that came out that day, and it would be a 50-50 shot if it was the real song or Bill Clinton.
Oh, Garfield just sent me a picture. He had his microphone set up beautifully.
Oh,
and also, no, man, I was real young. I wasn't doing that whenever it was a thing. LimeWire and Napster and all of that.
You were real young?
BitTorrent. No, I don't think I was too young. I just wasn't into it at the time. You know what I mean? It was when I was young.
I was going to say, hell, you're older than me.
Yeah, I don't think I was too young for it. I just didn't do it. I didn't know about it.
It's better.
Well, yeah, by the time I got into it, it was already BitTorrent and uTorrent and stuff like that. That's what I used prior to my incarceration. That's why I was watching Boy Meets World. At the time of my lockup, I was running 2 series, I think, The Boondocks and Boy Meets World. That's what I was in the middle of watching.
You were just watching it for Topanga, weren't you?
No. Topanga was not my type. I'll say that. Even though I'm a married man now, even 22-year-old actress of Topanga that's not my type. I know that a lot of guys went crazy for her, but a lot of people go crazy for Justin Bieber. So
oh, Justin Bieber's your type. Come on.
No, I love Topanga in the sense of the character that I watched grow up and the love story that was intertwined with Corey Matthews and his best friend Sean as they, navigated the trials and terrors of growing up in 90s society in a bloodthirsty world. I love that, Topanga. If that's what you mean by I was watching for Topanga. For real, though, that's legit one of my favorite shows ever, Boy Meets the World. So I was bumping the fuck out of that. I used to watch it in jail at like 5:30 in the morning. I used to wake up right before Trey's for some reason. And nobody else would be up in the 10-man pod. And I'd just throw it on Boy Meets World. And after like 2 weeks, everybody would be up watching it. And they'd be like, damn, bro, do you think Topanga's really going to move to Colorado? She's just going to up and leave Sean and Corey like that? Nah, but Corey's older brother wants to join the Peace Corps. But what does Mr. Feeney have to say about it? Mr. Feeney's outside watering the roses. They should go ask him for some advice. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Convicts watching Boy Meets World.
Convicts, Disney Plus, and Netflix. They would be set.
Bro, if they gave me a Game Boy, I'd have been out the trouble all the way. I'd have been chilling on my cell all day. Imagine if I had even like closed system RuneScape. Would have been outrageous. Would have been incredible. I'd have been maxed like 6 times over. And also another time that everybody...
You would have gotten mad for gambling all your stuff away, and then...
I'm not gambling, I'm fighting. I'm just losing a lot. I mean, I guess if you...
But you said it's you said it's a dice roll.
In that regard, yes, because we pull out the same weapon and use it at the same time, and just like Dungeons & Dragons dictates, it's a dice roll for what we hit. It could be a 0, it could be a 70, it could be a 3.
You would have been saying,
and these sons of bitches keep hitting fucking 70s when I hit a 0, man. It's not my fault. Like, he thinks he's hot shit, and in reality, he's not hot shit. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna get hot about it again. But
some dude gonna do that in prison to you, and you're gonna go off the handle and get more. And
go DDS him in real life. Hit him with a DDS shank from RuneScape IRL. And go in there and be like, "That spec you pulled? Nah. What about this then?" Huh.
Just give everybody an N64 and let them play fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
It'd be amazing. Okay, that game, you can beat that. You can 100% that in a few days, man. They need like GoldenEye or something you can play against each other, which would probably cause a lot of problems.
You could play Tony Hawk against each other. You never played split screen Tony Hawk?
Yeah, but
that's the way to play
like,
Tony Hawk.
I mean, yeah, we were talking about graffiti earlier. I don't know, man. I just feel like the inmates. You need a game.
The graffiti gameplay is fucking fire.
Something with some grindability to it, man. That's why RuneScape would be great, because it takes thousands of hours to max. Thousands of hours to reach the maximum level. You know what I'm saying? RuneScape would be a great prison game, and it'd probably cause a lot less trouble. But if we were connected to the outside world internet, then a lot more drugs would be in prison, so they're not going to let that happen. Even the emails are heavily monitored. Of course they are.
Everybody just had a DS.
They just set up a LAN system in
sure, you guys
RuneScape in the prison.
Stamps.
That'd be sick if they had a LAN system in there, dude. Yeah. It'd be like high school in the fucking computer lab, all playing Quake 3 Arena against each other again.
Everybody plays Pokemon Red from 1995.
That's a great game too.
Super Smash Flash on a LAN system against each other.
LAN system slap, man. Good ping. What can I say? We should probably boogie down on some Quake 3 Arena. That's the most fast-paced FPS of all time, man.
Well, it'd be fun. I haven't played Quake in a very long time.
Quake 3 Arena is nuts. And yeah,
we were able to have more than one fucking console set for primary, because I 100% would tell you to go download COD 4 and we could go play some COD 4.
Console set for primary. What does that mean?
Okay, so you're able to game share with a set number of people on PlayStation.
Okay.
And I already have 3 consoles on my account, so I couldn't.
Way to go, Myth.
No, I have 3 consoles in my house.
Way to go, Zach.
I gotta have 2 PS5s and a PS4.
And I'm just trying to get a Switch over here.
I don't have consoles. I play 2 video games. It's chess and Minecraft, and it sustains me.
Chess, a video game. Myth 2022. I mean, chess is a video game. It's been.
I play it on mine, so.
My case is discussing coursework. Oh, great. What, like, is a standard part of it? Sorry, I saw that in the chat there.
Destroy. Murph was flexing on his draw he got the other day when I was just.
Chess is a video game. It is a game, but Myth declared it to be a video game. And that is a bold statement.
Indeed.
It can be, though. I played like 2 games of it and got wrecked. But it's kind of the same thing that I've got going on with me at RuneScape right now.
Your partner now, see, it's time for Pog Champs. You're going to crush XQC, and then you're going to steal all those views. You know.
I don't think it's going to happen, dude. I'm so bad at chess, I just can't think more than 2 or 3 moves ahead. Zach, you play chess?
Yeah, every now and then.
All right, so he's better than me, obviously. All right, I need somebody that's worse than me or equal to me. And that's the hard part, is finding somebody that's as bad as I am at chess. That's the hardest part, because I can't improve when somebody just smokes me.
But I have really, really bad ADHD, and I hyper-focus on at least half of the board or a quarter of the board. I try and set you up for moves, and then I forget where I am.
Zach's very good at thinking, like analyzing the board and everything, but he hyper-focuses and misses like Hank's pieces.
Rip.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that's pretty much me as well. Or, well, I'll just be thinking about one move, and if they move to block it or something, and I'm like, well, I'm scuzzed. What the fuck do I do now? I'm gonna move this pawn. Shit. And now I just accidentally set myself up. Checkmate.
Yep.
Oh, there goes my queen. Oh, checkmate. Well, thought I had it for a second there. Didn't have it. It's pretty much how chess goes for Josh.
I just don't have
whenever I played against Homeboy, he smoked my queen. How many moves, Myth? Like 5 moves, and my queen was just gone.
You almost had mate there, though. You just you missed 1 move, and then
I went straight the opposite direction. I was like,
hey,
let me move my pawn or something.
That.
You got to sit in Discord and watch Myth play for hours and hours and hours. It's the only way it works.
It probably wouldn't help, dude. I'd probably just get It'd be so confusing to me in such high level gameplay that I would just get worse because I'd be trying to emulate it. And then he'll start
telling you French words that mean absolutely nothing to you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, French and German. That's where most chess terms are from. Like, and Italian, I guess. There's a lot of Italian influence in there too.
I guess I'm retarded, but I just see chess as a Chinese and Japanese thing.
No, they play shogi.
I don't think chess
in
Chinese
in Japan.
And Japanese.
They play
what the hell?
No, yeah, they play shogi in England.
That sounds about right to me. Yeah. I think of like medieval times or castles or some shit. Hence the castles and the horses.
Nah, I just autism just kicking in and being like, yeah, I can see somebody sitting in front of a cherry blossom tree and moving their pawns.
I can. No, they're playing like, in Japan, they obviously play Chinese checkers. Everybody knows that. What else would they fucking play? Tiles, mahjong. That's Chinese, isn't it?
It's something over there.
I don't know about mahjong. All I know is they gamble with it.
Mahjong seems fun to play. My Nana used to play that a lot when I was a kid. I remember her like sitting at the computer playing that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My in-laws play that shit all the fucking time. I would go over to their house and they didn't have internet, so their house was rather small. So when you walked inside of it, like they had their room, and then there was the other two rooms that you were able to hang out in. And they had this computer that was, you remember the old school Dells that had the fucking bubble screen, the all black ones?
Mm-hmm.
They had the model before that, so it was still tan and brown.
Oh my god.
There was only 2 games on this fucking computer too. There was either Mahjong or pinball.
I was about to say this 3D space pinball.
Yep. One of the most played games of all time.
Yeah.
And I had no idea how to play fucking Mahjong. So I said, fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna bring my fucking Wii with me. So I brought my Wii with me, and I was like, I'm playing Call of Duty Zombies. And after we had the baby, that's all we did all day, every day was play with the baby and play Call of Duty Zombies.
But plot twist, you got addicted to Mahjong instead and gambled the house on it. Now you're moving out.
It looks so sick when they have the auto shuffling tables, though. It just all goes into the middle and it stacks them for you, and it comes up and out.
The tiles.
Like in Tokyo Drift.
We should get him on.
That's the best part.
We should get Craig back on.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be a cool fucking guest. Josh would be like, what's going on about cars?
I'd be like, I know that they move. You push
Tokyo
the gas,
Drift
they
happened
go.
when I was in jail.
Yeah, have you seen Tokyo Drift?
I saw it in theaters, man. That's an old movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You talking about Fast and Furious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the homies was the person that helped curate all the cars for Fast and Furious 1, 2, and 3.
That's it.
And his Supra was in Fast and Furious 1. His Skyline was in Fast and Furious 2.
Mm-hmm.
They're
I don't know anything about cars.
The Supra is the orange one with the pointing thing.
Ah.
That was his car.
The one that goes beep beep vroom vroom. I remember that one.
Yeah.
The silver one from
nice
the beginning of Too Fast, Too Furious with the blue stripes.
Don't think I've seen Too Fast, Too Furious.
That's one of the best movies of all time.
I've seen Tokyo Drift. I think
his nitrous purge blows girls' skirts up. It's pretty funny.
I remember the Asian guy's in a different movie. Does he blow up in Tokyo Drift, but then he's in a different movie that came out later? I don't know, man. I don't know anything about Fast and Furious because I don't really know anything about cars. So I was always like, this movie has way too much testosterone for me. I don't have enough testosterone to watch this movie.
We're going to have to watch these movies, Josh.
All I know is that one time, look, I was over at some dude's house when I was like 11 and he was trying to say, we got to watch it, bro. We got to watch it. Have you seen them? And just so he'd shut the hell up, I was like, yeah, man, I've seen Fast and Furious. And he was like, oh, yeah, if you've seen it, then which side is the dude's steering wheel on? And I was like, it's on the wrong side, man. You know that? And he was like, yeah, I guess you have seen it. And I was like, this kid's a fucking idiot. What kind of question is that? Like, I've obviously why would he have said that unless it was the opposite side? Like, this kid was a one head, And so I was like, he's got the steering wheel on the wrong side. I didn't even know, but it was obvious as fuck from this one head being like, if you've seen the movie, then which side is the steering wheel on? And I'm like, let me take a fucking guess. The wrong side. You bastard. You have seen that movie. All right. Good. Then I'm right, and we're gonna watch fucking 13 or something we have no business watching. Let's watch Titanic again.
I want to see movies.
Yeah, let's watch Titanic again. There's titties.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually got caught with a movie with titties in it, and I didn't even get to watch the fucking movie.
And you got in trouble for the titties without getting the titties?
Yeah, well, there's two parts of the story. Do we want to start off with the background first, or do we want to blow the entire plot first?
The background is you're a pervert.
The background was I didn't even know what the fucking movie was about. It was American Pie. And I've never seen I've seen the movie since, but I never saw the movie at this point. I was 13. Somehow this movie ended up behind my TV, stuffed underneath the TV stand. And my mom went and cleaned my room. She's like, Zach, why the fuck is this in your room? Like, I don't fucking know. Never seen the fucking movie.
She was like, Zach, you've been looking at titties?
Why the fuck would I watch a movie about a fucking pie, Mom? It kind of sounds retarded. She's like, Zach, you're fucking grounded. You couldn't even be honest with me. Funny thing is, I was downloading porn on fucking AOL for like a year and a half already at this point.
And she's over here like, he saw some mainstream movie titties. It's a little different than the hardcore stuff.
Well, back in the day, when you fucking sat there and Googled something and you clicked on a fucking image, it would bring up a fucking ad. Tricks on them. Every single one of those ads, that's more fapping material. Exactly. Every single one of them.
Zach will get off to a thumbnail. Don't put it past him. He's done it before. He'll get off to an advertisement. He'll get off to an advertisement with the starred out nipples that says $19.99 a month. Sign up now. He'll be like,
I've taken the tour at least 70 times. I promise you.
Free tour.
I've taken those
2 minutes. My early introduction was when I was like 10. I used to go to Newgrounds and play the dress-up games with the girl and just pull all the clothes off of them and then click next. Next. I'd be like sitting here like this. Next. Click the panties off. Click the bra off. Next. Shirt, pants, bra, panties. Next.
Bitch, why you got hair?
Oh, wait a minute. What's this one? That was a dude. And then they had like the games on Newgrounds where like I don't know, man. That website was. I'm just glad that you didn't have to prove you were 18. It's like, are you 18 or not? And I'm like clicking. Yeah.
The only thing I ever played on Newgrounds
yeah, I'm 18.
Was fucking. What the fuck was it? It was balloons, spelled incorrectly. It was like a fucking game with a fucking monkey that threw a nail at a bunch of balloons, and you had to throw it a certain way for all the balloons to blow up.
Like Balloon Tower Defense?
It was the game that predated Balloon Tower Defense. Balloon Tower Defense was like the game that came after that game.
Balloon Tower Defense still goes off, bro. That game still, it can take.
I never played it, but I've heard about it. Balloons TD.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was the same game. So no, I've never watched ASMR porn. I'm not blind or deaf. I don't see a need to go
for a while. They had a cat. It might still be there. They had a category on the hub that was transcribed porn. It was like ASMR, but it was just describing what's going on. Instead of
and then they didn't get enough clicks and decided to remove that category.
I don't know. Suppose so.
They didn't get quite enough traffic to the ASMR section for the guy. Turns out more people want to watch it than hear it. I guess.
So we can
imagine being the sound effects guy for it. Like I do ASMR. I just do the whole. She said. Slap. She said, yeah. She said, with a smile on her face. Why does a man have to read it?
We can go down two paths here.
I can tell
I can go down the path of telling the story that I'm going to tell on PK when I go on.
Which is happening February 33rd. Make sure you're there at 7:77
Probably
PM.
Fucking never, but fuck it. Or we can go and continue talking about semen.
I was right the first time. I said I don't like either one of these options. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, hell, man, just go with what you're feeling, bro. I don't really know which dartboard to aim at there. You know, I'm just going to take a shot.
Well, do you want a personal story or do you want a news story?
Is it a personal news story?
Here, let's just poll the chat. Which one do you guys want? Do you guys want the fucked up life story, where I am a Pornhub category, or the story about semen?
I mean, they're probably going to pick the Pornhub category since you put it like that. You didn't say all that the first time around.
I know, it makes it so much more interesting, isn't it? Myth, you already know the answer, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Or I might have heard this before, but I don't remember.
Yeah, everybody's saying semen. It looks like.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it looks like you got to tell a semen story.
So, this bitch fucking put semen in cupcakes to give to her kids because she was a teacher. But more fucked up part is that's the story they led with when her and her husband got like 72 charges of sex crimes.
For doing that?
Oh.
No. That's just the story they led with. She pled guilty to second-degree rape, production of child pornography, and conspiracy of mingling harmful substances.
Oh my God.
Mingling harmful substances?
She has no possibility of parole for 40 years. But she only got 41 years. Her husband faces 72 charges of various sex crimes. 68 of them were dropped in a plea agreement. 68 of hers were dropped in a plea agreement. Her husband faces 150 criminal charges.
Oh my God.
My God, bro. Y'all have fun. They're going to rot.
He had over 5 terabytes of porn and put child porn in the terabytes of porn. So they got charged with all 5 terabytes of porn as CP.
I don't have 5 terabytes of data stored within all of my computers combined.
I know, right? Hell, I don't have room. I don't have 5 terabytes of storage space. I don't think. Not even close, actually. No, I don't.
This is 2. This is another 1. I have to spend another fucking $200 to have another 150, 200. Fuck.
That is fucking insane degeneracy, and they deserve to rot.
Okay, so the really fucked up part, I brought this up, is why the fuck did they lead with giving teenagers semen cupcakes?
Because of the clicks.
When there was
pretty much
5 terabytes worth of fucking CP on somebody's computer, that should be more than enough to put somebody in the fucking ground. Just saying it.
Yeah, that's a lot of cheese pizza, but unfortunately news cares more about people seeing the ads on their articles, so they're going to do anything to get clicks and not.
Yep, basically. That's what it's all about.
It's fucking insane. Fucking semen cupcakes. Homer Simpson.
And it's a lot of time in prison
Semen
too.
cupcakes.
Semen cupcakes. Don't. I mean, not semen cupcakes.
But yeah, I thought that story was absolutely ridiculous. I think it's fucking disgusting.
That reminded me, back in the day, there was this story about a feminist who made period blood cupcakes and would eat them and give them out as red velvet cupcakes.
Thanks, man. I needed that in my life today.
Well, Josh, I don't know if you guys were offered this, but when we had our first kid, we were only 16, but this was still offered to us. We're like, do you want to save the placenta?
Oh my God.
We're like, why the fuck would you save a placenta? Throw that shit the fuck out. Just get rid of it. They're like, well, some people eat it, some people donate it to banks, and some people cook it for their like first meal back home. And we at 16, we're like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
I've heard of that. Yeah, they're making some kind of dip thing out of it.
The first time I heard of this is there was this weird YouTube sensation of this guy from Australia who had a goat. I think his channel name was literally Gary the Goat or something like that. And he used to just make like stupid fucking meme videos. And he went into more of like a vlog type thing after that. And his wife when they had the baby, they did a vlog of them frying up the placenta and eating it, and I was immediately like, unsubscribe. I'm done. This is fucking weird.
I'm not interested. I don't think they asked us about the afterbirth, or if they did, I was like, no, it's okay. It's all right. Thank you, though. I don't want to fry it or make a dip out of it or anything. I think I saw it on E-Bomb's World, like pre-YouTube days. They were like, these psychopath ladies make dip out of their afterbirth. It was like all these fat gross. Texas like moms with Karen hair. They're like, oh, that's gonna be one tasty placenta. I tell you what, I put a little extra paprika on it. Oh, baby, I fried it up real crispy with a side of barbecue sauce on it. I was like, oh my God, these, oh.
Like when my cat had kittens, it ate the placenta. Like that's, it's fucking what animals do.
Is there some kind of thing for it? I mean, is there like a natural reason for why?
It's lots of vitamins.
It's probably vitamins and minerals and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
You got to think like the baby takes all that shit away from the mom. So you got to put it back. I don't know why the fuck I was offered to eat it. I don't fucking get it, but whatever.
That's gross, man. I don't understand. I don't know. By the way, in relation to the cupcakes thing you were talking about, I remember reading about a guy that was a dentist that apparently would fill vials with his own semen. And while he was doing dental work on female patients, he would just straight up take a syringe full of his cum and just straight up squirt it into the side of their mouth. He ended up getting a while in prison for it too. And apparently used to really turn him on when one of the girls would be like, oh my God, it tastes like cum or something. Like apparently several girls called it out, and that was like what he was hoping they would do. And he'd be like, oh, there's such a dirty slut. Oh my God. Oh, they know what cum tastes like. What a whore or something, like, and just be getting off to it. And he ended up going to prison too. So
now,
just secretly just squirting cum in girls' mouth. His own.
Do you think that's worse?
That's
or
so
there
fun.
was people years ago, there was two of them that I know of that did plastic surgery in their garage.
I did plastic surgery in prison.
One of them, yeah, you got plastic surgery in prison. You might actually be able to understand this. We know Myth. Myth has a fatty. He wouldn't need this. So these bitches were sitting there. Hold on. Got this. I got this. Let me weave the story. Let me weave the joke, man. Let me weave it. Yeah.
I'm already throwing up.
This dude, he talked women into getting plastic surgery in his garage. How the fuck he got them to sleep, I don't fucking know. But he pumped their flat asses with fucking Fix-A-Flat.
I don't know what that is. Fix-A-Flat? Is it a tie or something?
You don't know what Fix-A-Flat is? So when you have a flat tire, you pump Fix-A-Flat, which is like green goo, into your tire so that way it fills the hole and re-insulates the tire.
And he thought that could just go in your ass, in your muscles, in your fat, and in your tissue.
He stuffed that shit in people's asses. There was also another guy who did the same thing with the stuff. Do you know what the stuff is?
No.
It is foam, spray foam insulation. Makes a nice taut fucking rock hard fucking foam. Yeah.
Oh, what is wrong with people, man?
Did you just put it together?
I mean, is he squirting into people's asses or in their assholes? I mean, you're making it sound like he gave him an ass lift, like he tried to do surgery.
No, he gave them an ass lift.
He injected into the muscles of their, like, into their ass cheeks. And he just thought that the body doesn't reject this stuff. Yeah, I mean,
literally fixed a flat.
That's what I was thinking. He just thought it fixes a flat. It'll work for whatever flat there may be, including a flat ass, you know? Straight up shoot their ass cheeks full of liquid plastic, I guess.
Exactly.
Kirsten, I don't know how I feel about the discussion. It's a little creepy, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. So the question was, is that person more fucked up? Or is...
I think the dentist is more fucked up.
Yeah, the dentist.
The dentist is definitely more fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, he was a stone cold pervert getting off the oh my God, she knows what it tastes like. Like, bro, how fucking gone you gotta be?
You gotta do it the Chris Chan way with orange Fanta.
I don't know much about that person, but I try not to learn more.
Do you not want to know? Oh, dude, you need to know the lore of the most documented man in the internet.
The most documented pervert? Fucking
Hey, he's
deviant.
mentally ill.
I watched 2 hours.
Bro, I know a lot of mentally ill people that don't have sex with their mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit.
I watched 2 hours
a new
of a really, really fucked up man as well. Our friend Wings of Redemption. I watched 2 hours of his content in the past couple days. Do I really need to go back and watch more about somebody else?
Yes.
I don't really know much about that guy, as y'all know. Apparently, Chris Chan's a lot worse. Chris Chan apparently literally had sex with his mother.
Demented
her mother, they say.
Demented mother.
Whose mother had dementia.
After this week, so this is just this week of what's happened to Wings of Redemption. Supposedly, he diddled his sister when she was underage. His PlayStation account was taken. He bought an Xbox One. No, not an Xbox One. An Xbox Series X. He signed up to do a free what the fuck documentary, and he said that he would join. Yeah, whatever.
But can we get an iDubbbz documentary of Wings of Redemption?
No, Keemstar is going to do it. Keemstar is going to do a fucking Wings of Redemption.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, yeah. So his best friend, not his best friend, one of his friends from his childhood came out and said that he diddled his sister in a 3-hour-long conversation with trolls that troll fucking Wings every single day.
That is so fucked.
Now,
the people that dedicate their lives to it.
Yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but any of my friends from my childhood would be like, that's a good fucking dude. If they were a genuine friend. This dude was at his house 3 to 4 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck do you say something negative about somebody you're at their house 3-4 times a week?
Yeah.
I'd say nicer things about people that I beat the shit out of. Like, maybe I'm just an honest person. I don't fucking know, but like, it's fucking ridiculous. So that fucking happened. I guess he offered to go back on PKA to get his PlayStation account back.
Oh my god!
Did somebody hack him or something for it?
Yeah, somebody hacked his 2-step verification PlayStation account.
What was he at? How much? He was asking an obscene amount of money before. How much was he asking?
$16,000.
$16,000 to get on to go on PKA again. Now it's just for his PlayStation account back.
Yep.
Soon he'll be begging to come on.
Yeah, that's true. Especially at this rate. Who knows what they'll do next? Good grief. Haha, we confiscated his bank account until he goes back. Okay, fine. Dear God, please let me back on the show.
When is the documentary planned to come out? How long is that supposed to take?
They're arguing about it being done.
Oh, okay. That'll be super interesting to watch.
If I weighed 500 pounds, please tell me you guys would be sending lots and lots of salads to my house and telling me I'm a fat piece of shit. Please honestly tell me that I'm a fat piece of shit.
Zach, we would bully you so hard, but you're never going to get fat. You can't gain weight.
I don't think you can, man, to be honest with you.
I can't. It doesn't fucking work.
Yep.
I got 4 pounds of chicken wings out there that I'm going to eat after this.
You're going to eat all 4 pounds probably.
Mm-hmm.
4 pounds of chicken wings? I mean, that's 3.5 pounds of bones, hell.
Yeah, I'm going to eat 4 pounds of chicken wings, some nice buffalo wings.
Dude, that sounds so good.
I had steak for dinner, and I'm about to throw up if we keep talking about food because I'm so full, dude. I have some ice cream that I kind of want because I recently learned that Instacart is a thing.
Ooh.
And if I didn't leave my house much before, now I only have to leave for vapes.
That's the problem I have.
Because they don't sell vapes on Instacart.
Yeah.
Even though I'm fucking 30 years old almost. But still, I'll just go to a gas station for that. Everything else, there's now Instacart. It's lovely. It's great because I don't like going out in New Orleans. It kind of sucks. There's too many fucking people out here, dude.
If you do it in advance,
I got a grocery delivery last night.
What'd you get?
I got like $250 worth of groceries.
Oh. Hell, you made it sound like you got something like quirky or weird, or like you were like, yeah, bro, guess what I got? It's a leg lamp. It plugs in. It's a major fucking award. Like, that's where I thought you were going. Like, you're never going to guess what I got. It's a camel that does sit-ups.
I don't got the money for that shit. I'm not.
Did you just call a leg lamp bullshit, bro?
I said I don't have money for that shit. I'm not rich enough for that.
For a leg lamp? You got to win it like you did in A Christmas Story. You won it for free, bro. It was a major award.
Never seen that movie.
You've never seen A Christmas Story?
Nope.
Are you being edgy here, man? I mean, come on.
No, I'm not.
You've never seen A Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Fucking A Christmas Story that plays 24 hours a day every Christmas since like 1980.
I don't watch TV.
I have to say, I don't really either, and I don't really care about movies. That's one of the fucking funniest movies ever made, dude. That shit is hands down one of the funniest films ever.
Movie, yeah.
It's
almost 30 years of life. Out of almost 30 years of life, I've had cable in my house for about 3 years of it.
Yeah. Well, we need to watch A Christmas Story, and it doesn't have to be Christmas time because the movie's fucking hilarious because the kid's a little smart ass and his narration is hilarious and it's absurd and very disappointed, man. It's a great movie. It's a legendary movie. You got to watch it. How have you gone your whole life without getting references? That's like if somebody never watched Adam Sandler movies and you don't get it when people are like, "Stop looking at me, Swan," or something like that. Like, how do you just miss out on all these references? You never heard somebody say Randy lay there like a slug, it was his only defense, or the leg lamp is a major award? Damn, man. This is how people are with me about a bunch of movies, though, so I can't hate. The weird thing about this is that it shows literally they play it for 24 straight hours every Christmas on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know that a lot of people do. I just don't watch movies.
You guys don't watch a Christmas movie every Christmas?
I do. Yes.
We watch Elf.
Elf is such a good fucking movie too, dude. I saw Elf in theaters.
Elf is the only movie that Will Ferrell is good in.
I love Will Ferrell, man. I love Step Brothers. I love Old School.
It's the only one.
I loved Elf. I can't think of anything that I've seen Will Ferrell do that I didn't like, honestly.
Yeah, McCringle made me watch Step Brothers the other day. That was a good movie.
Step Brothers is one of the funniest. The lines in that movie are just brilliant.
Is that
John
the one
C.
with
Reilly
Mark Wahlberg?
No, that's is that Daddy's Home you're thinking of? That one's really funny.
The other guy.
That one's good.
That's the other guys. It's the other guys.
The Other Guys was also very funny. Yes, bro. You're just naming bangers here. I'm just saying, all you're throwing out are certified bangers.
No, like he's one of those people that's like super overrated. I don't know if it was just because of like after Elf, he got super overrated. Same thing happened with Jim Carrey and The Grinch. Like their movies just got super inflated with what they should have been.
Jim Carrey's good. Like Ace Ventura.
He's not as good as what everybody made him out to be after The Grinch and everything.
The Mask.
I think with Will Ferrell, he's legitimately a hilarious guy. With Jim Carrey, I think the thing was largely that it was his sticky gimmick of I'll do any rubbery face and just like and like go crazy, more so than anything else. And that was real funny and popular in the 90s for a little hot minute there, but that's not really the acting comedy style anymore to be like over the top faces, It was great for the
Robin
time.
Williams was very similar too, if you think about it. All three of them kind of have that weird kind of drawn out train of thought.
Quirky, off the wall. Yeah, kind of vibe.
And either you get it and you like it, or you absolutely don't get it.
I don't know, man. I don't view Will Ferrell's humor as anything like theirs. He's so much more subtle with his. I feel like a lot of his humor is like jokes in his writing and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I thought Elf had brilliant writing. Like Step Brothers, dude, almost every line of that movie is a one-liner, and he helped write it. Him and John C. Reilly wrote that with somebody else, and like every fucking line of that is just. And I got a luscious V of hair going from my chest pubes down to my ball fro, and she grabs me by the wiener. Like it's just the best, dude. It's so fucking every line of that movie is just hilarious. Did you touch my drum set? Why are you all sweaty? I was watching Cops. Oh, yeah? Now I know you're lying because Cops doesn't come on until 4. It's just like every line of that shit. It's almost like the Pulp Fiction of comedy to me, Step Brothers. And I know that's putting it up there, man. But like as far as quotability of the lines, it's like every fucking one just hits. And I like The Elf a lot, too. Now, that was, in my opinion, I will say I think it's a charming movie, a great movie. But insofar as what Zach said, it's ironic because in my opinion, that's kind of more of his like normal mainstream family fluff type movie, which I like. Yeah. I like that movie a lot. But it ain't like old school where he's being raunchy. I think that he's just so funny looking. He just does a great job of being like a dirty ass raunchy comedy guy because you wouldn't see it with him.
See, like if I'm going funny movie, I would rather watch Deadpool or Deadpool 2.
I saw some of the Deadpool movie, but when I went back to prison on violation, I met a dude that had been locked up for like 8 years, and he had like a box full of the Deadpool comics. Yeah. Hands down, some of the funniest comics I ever read in my entire life. By and away, like, just, I mean, I know that other ones aren't necessarily supposed to be funny, but holy shit, that was funny. There was a whole episode or a whole series of comics where this bitch followed him around to where he was doing his shit. It was picking up his severed body parts and keeping them in his freezer, her freezer. And she ended up like sticking them together and making like anti-Deadpool. And he had like 2 left arms and shit. It was so good, dude. Like, it was such a fucking funny comic book and so clever. Like the shit that they come up with for him not dying. Like he gets in a fight with Wolverine and Wolverine's like, I'm going to cut your fucking head off, put it in concrete, put it at the bottom of the ocean, and you're never going to come back to life. It's so good. He wants to be an X-Man. And I haven't seen the movies though. Do they follow that theme? He wants to be an X-Man in the movies?
Yes. So watch the movies. They're fucking great.
I would assume so.
One of the clips of the movie, his arm gets cut off or he cuts it off. I don't remember exactly which. I got to watch these movies again. But he has a baby hand because he is an X-Man. He's a mutant of some kind where it just,
right.
So he has this little baby hand and he lives with this blind bitch. And she's like, you know, if you keep stroking it that often, it's going to fall off. And he's like, well, if I do it with the baby hand, at least it looks big.
Oh. And you were like, can relate. No, I'm just kidding. Wait,
Exactly.
Is the blind chick, is it his girlfriend?
No, it's an old lady.
See, he ran into it, not dated, but he macked on a blind chick in the comics. It was real funny to me because he walked up and she was blind and she goes, you smell like bullets and taco meat. And he was like, is that a nice cologne?
Literally, the chick that he's dating in Deadpool is the same chick that plays one of the characters in Gotham.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Similar universe by chance?
No, complete opposite sides.
It just happens to
Deadpool
be
is Marvel and Gotham is DC.
But is it though? Ooh, it's really been the same thing the whole time. Stan Lee fooled us all. DC and Marvel is actually the same. Guess who owns it? Walt Disney. No, I'm just kidding, but I think he owns one of those now.
Yes, Marvel.
When we went to Universal Studios a couple months back before we went to Disney, there's still a bunch of Marvel superheroes there, you know? And my father-in-law was like, yep, this is going to get painted over when this contract is up because Disney owns it. And all these characters are going right next door to Disney.
Yep.
He said the contract's still going, so they still got the rights for now, but now Disney owns it and they're not going to renew it. And they're going to have to come up with something else for the Hulk roller coaster and shit. Like they're going to have to name it something different, you know, and call it like the Smash or something. Some knockoff type shit.
I haven't seen very many Superman. I think the one thing I got into Flash for a while, but then they like brought in the gorilla and everything, if I remember this correctly, one season, and it just completely got uninterested. But some of them are pretty good, and maybe I should check it out at some point. I was
a Spider-Man fan when I was a kid, dude. I loved Spider-Man so much that when the first Tobey Maguire movie came out, which would have been like 2000, 2001, I was grounded for being a fuckhead. And my parents still took me to see it because
that movie.
My parents bought me a subscription, and it was like a lifetime actual Spider-Man. Like you got it once a week, you know, in order of like starting with a series of them. And it was so sick, dude. And I waited every week and I'd read that bitch in like 20 minutes and be just crackhead for a week waiting on the next Spider-Man to come in the mail. And like, I was so hyped when Tobey Maguire movie came out that they actually brought me to go see it, even though I was grounded and I wasn't supposed to go see it. And I was fucking mind blown. And I was really disappointed that they left out Scorpion and Rhino. And have they put any of them in the new movies? Scorpion or Rhino?
I want to see the 3 new ones.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the non-Tobey Maguire ones. When I was in high school, my art teacher was like, hey guys, guess what? They're redoing the Spider-Man movies without Tobey Maguire because he wanted too much money. And I was like, do what? And they said, yeah. And he said, yeah, they're going to make it like Twilight, but Spider-Man. And I was like, oh, good. You can miss me with that shit because I love Tobey Maguire Spider-Man where it wasn't supposed to be teenage comedy romance, you know? And apparently that's what the Andrew Garfield one was. And now there's the Tom guy that I need to check out.
Yeah, Tom Holland's really good.
He seems like he'll do. I'm not opposed to Andrew Garfield. I didn't think he was a Spider-Man, honestly. As a fan of Spider-Man, somebody that loves Spider-Man. Tom Holland probably does a great job. Looking at him, he looks like he's going to crush it. But dude, Tobey Maguire, like the comic to the T, he was the comic book man. And I mean, like, he'll always be the perfect Spider-Man in my mind, I think. I don't know if they're going to be able to replace him. The way that he looked before and after, and he nailed it. The way that he was timid and shit, and not like a bro Chad, bro Andrew Garfield. What's up, bitches? Like that's not Peter Parker, dude. Peter Parker's like over here hiding from the bitches.
I got you for 3 minutes.
Yeah,
just sold the entire movie to me.
You pinned him in 2.
Yep.
He ended up pinning him in 2, of course. Which
I love that fucking movie.
I missed the pot, but that's my problem. Quite literally famous last words, at least as far as his bank account goes, and kind of for Uncle Ben, rest in peace. And also, do remember in the third movie where they had Venom in it, they actually did something that was in the comics that was one of the fucking coolest things to me. You know how symbiotes hate vibrating metal? The sound of it like rattles them, you know? And in the comic book, they did that part where him and Venom were fighting on top of the bell tower, and he starts sticking the metal beams in the ground and hitting them. And it's like ding, 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 ding. And the symbiote starts like trying to, oh, dude, it was so sick in the comic. Like you turn the page and it's like Eddie Brock at the top like this, you know, and the symbiotes are like making faces stretching off of his. It was so sick. And they actually did it in the movie. And so, like I said, the trilogy with Tobey Maguire and James Franco. I don't know, man. It'll probably never hit my heart the same, but I'll check out the Tom Holland ones. They look good. Does anybody know? Just tell me this. Has Rhino or Scorpion been? Or Lizard been in any of them yet? Look. Lizard Man?
I do not know.
I know Mysterio was the first 2.
Oh, Mysterio. Interesting. Okay. And I'm guessing they're not going to. Oh, what about fucking. What was his name? Carnage, dude. Has Carnage been in any of them, I wonder?
In Venom 2.
Sick. I need to check that out. And also, yes, let me also mention the great Willem Dafoe playing the Green Goblin. That was a phenomenal performance by Willem Dafoe.
The only thing I know about Venom is the Eminem song.
Was it in the soundtrack or something?
Yeah, it's in his album.
You fight them in the game, but you do not see them in the movie, from what it says.
Talking about the symbiotes?
Rhino and Scorpion.
Oh, yeah. Well, they were in the video games in the original PlayStation, dude, and it was fucking sick. They were really cool.
No, in the PS4, PS5 port.
Oh, the new ones. That's cool.
Yeah.
I can dig it. Yeah, dude, I think that Carnage needs to be emphasized a lot more because he was fucking nuts. Cassius something or other, I don't remember, but he was the baddest motherfucking boss in the original Spider-Man game. He's batshit insane. He's a pink symbiote instead of black like Venom is, and it's just like Doc Ock arms made out of symbiotes coming off of him. And he's like, I'm going to drink your blood. It was like the scariest shit, dude. He was just batshit insane with the symbiotes.
If you want, because I have them on Vudu, we can watch both Venom movies.
That would probably be
fun.
That'd be right up my alley, I think. As my daughter is pitching a fit, I was messaging Zach about it a second ago, but I think I might have some situations I need to go handle, guys.
No worries.
So, boys, we got babies that haven't gone to sleep. We don't have a sponsor to thank. We just have you guys to thank. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. We will figure out what the fuck schedule that you guys want. We'll get this shit together.
Probably
if you guys are part of the Discord. You guys are part of the Discord. Tell us what day you guys want this live streamed.
Mornings, maybe? No, we can't do mornings, can we? What fits with our schedules? We'll see.
I can do whatever.
We can figure out which time, but whatever day you guys want, leave it in the Discord or in the comments of the YouTube video. So that way we can come up with a day specifically for this, and then we'll put the Patreon show like 2 or 3 days beforehand. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. This has been episode 69 of Real Men Talk Shit.
Episode 69. Love you guys.
69. Just the boys. See you fucking later.